Good afternoon, students. I welcome you for a very important topic, webinar student, very important webinar is going to be there today. As you can see that on the screen already, what we are talking student, what I am talking student about the pollution student. Before I begin my topic of air pollution, which is a very important topic students, we have already discussed last time, students, what are the conditions required for the planet to become ideal for living conditions, students. The viable temperature, the energy which is coming from the sun rays, students, which produces photosynthesis on planet Earth, students. Then you have seen an atmosphere, student. Atmosphere is there on the earth, which is like a jacket, which is like student maintains a temperature which is viable for the living condition, students, acts as a thermostat. And you have seen the water, oxygen, all these components must be there, students, for the life to exist. And you have seen that the distance of the moon and the earth are same from the sun, but almost same. But you find there is a, what is the temperature range on moon, students? What is the temperature range on the moon? Last time we have told you how much is the variation of the temperature on the moon, surface of the moon, students. It goes from which temperature? You remember, students? Minus 190 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees Celsius, because there is no atmosphere on the moon. Atmosphere is very essential condition, student. What we are saying that you should have an atmosphere. And you know, we have an atmosphere on earth, student. We have told you, you have air, student. Air is a mixture of gases, and air is required for many reasons. One reason you said that air is giving us oxygen. Why oxygen is essential for you, student? Tell me, what is the role of oxygen in our life? We are breathing, students. We are breathing. Oxygen, the air is going inside. Air contains oxygen, nitrogen, and some other gases, which you have seen the composition of the air, student. You have seen the composition of the airs were seen by you, students. So, what I am trying to tell you that the atmosphere which you have is the essential condition for the life to exist on a planet Earth. Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
You have seen on Venus and Mars, student, what is the atmosphere? What is the gas which is present on Venus and Mars? Tell me which gas is present on Venus and Mars planet, students?
The carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. And therefore, students, is life possible on Venus or Mars? Tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir, because there is no oxygen. We need oxygen, student, because our cells of the body, which cells of the body we talked about, student, which break down the glucose molecules to give us carbon dioxide, water, and energy, student, energy. What are those cells, students, which are present in our body, student, which break down?
The prokaryotics and eukaryotics.
That's the correct answer which you have given with this. So therefore, student, we are realizing that the atmosphere is very important. What we need, student? What we are saying, student, that we have an atmosphere, student. And this atmosphere is very essential condition, student, very essential condition for the existence of our life on planet Earth. We are surviving, we are living because of the atmosphere. What is our atmosphere, student? Air. And air, what is air, student? You told it is a mixture of gases, students. We have given you the composition of the air. Can you tell me what is the composition of the air, students? Can you tell me, student, what is the composition of air? Which gases are present in the air? And what is the percentage of the different gases, student, which are present in the air? Tell me.
So, the Earth's atmosphere is made up of approximately 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. And also there are some small amount of gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen.
Or some noble gases like argon, etc. So they are present in small amounts, very, very small amounts. Okay. So approximately you are saying there is the composition of the air. And students, the air, what the atmosphere gives to us, we need oxygen gas, student. We are for our respiration process, student. And you know what is the reaction which takes place, what the oxygen does inside the body, students. The glucose reacts with the oxygen, student. This is the glucose which is present inside your body. What you get is carbon dioxide, water, and energy, students. These are the carbohydrates, students. So these reactions are taking place inside, the chemical reactions are taking place in the body, student, which provide us energy, energy to live and work, student, because I and we all need energy, student, to live and work. So one thing is that second you said that the air maintains viable temperature, student. Viable temperature, student, on planet Earth, right? On planet Earth. And the amount of the carbon dioxide is also required, student, because you know that you have heard about that it heats up the atmosphere. If the atmosphere will become very cold, student, very cold, what will happen? Then everything will freeze, student. Then we don't want that everything should freeze. Then also life will not be there. The temperatures will drop to a great extent. So this is like a thermostat, student. Thermostat, which will maintain the necessary temperature which is required to for the animals, plants to survive on the planet Earth. Yes, clear? Is it right? Now the question
Yes,
is,
sir.
this is the atmosphere is being maintained by the activities of the man. What I'm saying, student, activities of the man, student, is responsible for the composition of the atmosphere, student. Composition of the atmosphere. Is it right? That the amounts is being
Yes, sir.
fixed by the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is fixed by how much fuel you are burning, how much carbon you are throwing into the atmosphere, students. And you have seen industries are there, factories are there. If they are throwing a lot of smoke, students, a lot of gases are there, toxic gases are there, they will go into the atmosphere. So whatever industries you are running, student, whatever activities you are doing, whatever factories you are running, whatever vehicles you are driving, students, they are all going to throw certain gases in our atmosphere, in our atmosphere. So students, what can happen? What can happen? Because we need the right composition of the atmosphere, student, to maintain the temperature as well as right amount of oxygen. But if there are certain toxic gases or chemicals or particles, students, which will come in the air, what will happen? Tell me, what will happen? if toxic gases are released in the atmosphere, students, or certain particles are there which are very tiny and small, students, they are present in air, what will be the result of that, students? You have heard about air pollution. Now that's what I'm talking about, student. Pollution of the air. What is pollution of the air, students? What do you know about air pollution? Can you tell me, student, what is your definition? What you know about air pollution? What do you know about the air pollution, students?
So, according to me, air pollution refers to any physical, chemical, or biological change in the air, and it is the contamination of air by harmful gases, smoke that can affect plants, animals, and human beings drastically.
Excellent answer has been given by Fidi. Your answer is so good. I can't believe that you have so much knowledge. You know that air pollution is in the news in Delhi. You are living in Delhi, students, or you are living in any part of India. Air pollution is a big factor, big important factor. You have experienced a student closing down of the schools last year due to high pollution level. And those people who are driving, they know early in the morning, they have experienced student high problems of visibility, smog, student. So basically you have seen a lot of smoke, student, in the cities, lot of smoke in the morning times, and you see that you can feel suffocation, student, and you started wearing, you see, mask, students, to prevent yourself, to save yourself from the air pollution. You know, air pollution levels were rising a lot in Delhi last year also, student. Is it true? So what you said, air pollution is a physical, chemical, or biological change in the air. We have already said that this is the composition of the air, student, which we should have. Composition of the air, this nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases, whatever they are, student, which are present, we must maintain their composition, student. But if we will throw a lot of poisonous gases, toxic particles in the air, student, what will happen? If with the increasing levels, there is an increasing level, student, there is an increasing level of certain toxic gases, certain toxic gases, I am saying, particles, students, particles in the air, student, in the air. Why and where they are coming from? Why and where they are coming from? You have heard about that oxides of nitrogen, students, oxides of nitrogen, student, and sulfur, student, sulfur, where it is coming from, student? Our industries are working with them, student, and they are throwing oxides of these, students, nitrogen oxides, nitrogen dioxide, NO gas, nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur trioxide, all these gases are being thrown into the atmosphere, students. And also there is a lot of dust, harmful gases, student. You have seen smoke usually coming from factories and industries. So what is happening? The composition of the air, student, which is required for our survival, is being disturbed. You need a proper composition of the air. Now this composition is being disturbed, student. So air pollution refers to physical, chemical, or biological change in the air. Contamination of the air, you are saying contamination of the air by harmful gases, dust and smoke, student, which affects our plants, animals, and humans drastically. As you can see here, you see how thick is the smoke from the factories or in the industries, or they are producing energy, student, thermal energy plants. So you are burning coal, student, you are burning fossil fuel, student, you are generating energy, student, by burning coal thermal plants, and you see the thick clouds, student, of smoke here. Can you see the smoke, student? This smoke contains Many oxides of nitrogen, sulfides of sulfur, student, and many other toxic gases. They are present in this. So there are very, very toxic student gases which are present in the smoke and particles, student carbon particles also. And building activities are going on. There are dust particles, students. So what is happening, student? The quality of the atmosphere, the quality of the air, student, is deteriorating. What they are doing? Quality of the air. Student is deteriorating, is the air is becoming contaminated, student. Air is becoming polluted with the toxic and harmful gases. Harmful gases. Okay, that is what air pollution is. Okay, students. Now you can see that you recognize this. Which place is this, students? This is our Delhi, and you can see the time, students. 6 a.m. morning to 8 a.m. Can you see that? A lot of people go for walking, jogging, running, cycling. Do you see smoke in the atmosphere? Tell me,
Yes, sir.
which place is this?
So India Gate.
Okay, India Gate. So, student, this is our India Gate, and you see a lot of smoke. You see a lot of fog, student. Sometimes you see smog, student. Everything in the air. As you can see, some people are wearing mask, student mask, because there's a high level of the pollution, and there's some dust particles, students, dust particles, and this has got harmful gases, student, in the atmosphere. So what we will be inhaling, students? Mainly oxides of nitrogen and sulfur are, sulfur is being burnt by the industries. Nitrogen is also being used and burnt, student. Fuels are being burnt, and they will be releasing the fuels. They are releasing, students. They are releasing. They are fuels are releasing, students. Fuels are releasing oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, carbon dioxide, student, carbon particles, students, in the air, in the air, student. So the air is becoming contaminated. Air is becoming contaminated. All right, student. Therefore, we can say, student, air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. Both you have, student, solid particles. There could be unburnt carbon particles, student. There could be dust particles, student. Building activities are going on, student. Then, student, there are certain liquid particles. What is happening inside the air? Liquid particles, vapors, liquid particles are also there. Certain gases, they get, you see, condensed in the atmosphere of the air. NO2 may react with water to form nitrous acid. Carbon dioxide can react with water to form H2CO3, student, H2S. sulfurous acid, like this certain acidic, and there are gases already, gases, oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, and many other gases, carbon dioxide also. Where these particles are coming, student, what is the source? What is the source of air pollution? Tell me, what do you think? What is the source of the air pollution, student? Where the air pollution is coming on earth? What is the source of air pollution? Tell me. In your city, student, where the smoke is coming from?
So,
Yes.
so from factories
Hmm. Okay.
and certain gases like carbon monoxide, methane, etc. also causes air pollution.
Okay, student. Here we have given you the main causes of the air pollution in cities all over the world. All over the world, students. Mainly, the particles of the gases, student, they can come from car, truck, exhaust, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, wildfires. Man is burning the fossil fuels. Fossil fuel burning, you know about the fossil burning of the fossil fuel, students. You are burning the gases, student, that they are fossil fuels. And also, you see, one of the major cause of pollution in Delhi is the burning of the stubble by the farmers. Every year, what they do, the remains of those plants, etc., they are burning, student, and it produces large amount of smoke. With the winds, it is carried toward the cities. Industrial emission, in industries, you have seen, this is the industry, you see they are using it, burning coal, and lot of air pollution is coming. Indoor air pollution means in your homes also. In your homes also there is a pollution, student. Whatever fuels you are using in your homes, you are also having air pollution. You have heard about wildfire, students? Forest fires, you have heard about forest fires? You have heard about forest fires
Uh,
taking place? They are natural forest fires in California. You have seen how much fire was there, and even people were killed, student. In many places of the world, student, forest will catch fire and they will burn and produce a lot of smoke. Microbial decaying processes are taking place, student, under the earth. Transportation, whenever you are transporting goods, student, by using transport methods, what will happen? So the vehicles will produce pollutant, student, pollutant gassing. Lot of people in your city also, you have seen garbage waste is being burned, student. Have you seen it? Burning of the garbage. You have seen in your cities sometimes in winter even they are burning, and those people are sitting on the fire. Have you seen that? What they do? Collect those garbage waste and burn it. Garbage waste. You have seen burning of garbage waste, student? And that's a very pollutant. Even the people are burning tires, student. Used, unused tires, they are burning. All this is garbage waste, student. Lot of construction activities is going on, students. They will also produce lot of dust particles, student. Very, very harmful and dangerous dust particles will be produced. Okay. So, students, the six pollutants which are most important: carbon monoxide, lead. You know, thus you are using petrol, student. Out of the in the vehicles there is a lead which is thrown when the smoke comes out. Lead, students. Nitrogen oxide, students. And no, ground level ozone. Now this is important point, student. O3, ground level ozone I am saying. Particle pollution, there are particle students, very, very tiny particles, referred to as particulate matter, student. Particulate matter, very tiny particles, they will go into your lungs, students. Serious lung infection. Sulfur oxide, students. These gases, students. These gases are there in the atmosphere, students. Even you see that I have written ground level ozone. Some amount of ozone is required, but not on the ground level, student. That is present in which layer of the air farther away, but it absorbs UV radiation. But if ozone is present in the layer in which we are living, you know, the stratosphere layer, then it will be very harmful and dangerous, student, emitted by these. This is emitted by the vehicles and other industries which you are having in the cities or around the city, students. So they are the sources, students, of the air pollution. I said the sources are nothing but activities of the man, students. Industries, factories, construction work, students, everything we are doing. Certain volcanoes are they are natural sources, students. Okay. Now the question is, we have defined what is air pollution. We have defined what is air pollution. Then we have given you what are the sources of air pollution. The next question is, student, what are the effects? What are the effects of the air pollution, students? What are the effects of the air pollution, students? How it,
So,
yes,
global warming is a very important effect due to air pollution.
okay. How will it affect our health, students? How it is affecting the health of the animals, plants, and living beings, students, human beings? Here I have given you certain important points, student. Air pollution, acidification means what? Lot of acid is produced, student, in the atmosphere. Lot of acid is produced. Acid is produced, student, in the air, student. How? You have the gases, student, NO, NO2, SO2, SO3, HCO2 gases are present, student. They will react with water, student, and produce acids. They will produce acid, students. These acids will be there, student. Acids. There could be acidification of the water. You know that there is a pH of the water, student. Water is neutral. There is a pH of the water, and if it water becomes highly acidic, pH will become less, student. This pH will decrease, and our water becomes highly acidic, student. And this will be a very, very serious damage, student. It will not only damage the buildings, it will damage the plants and other things. Also, we'll see that acidic rain, you have heard about acidic rain. See that ozone layer toxification is also there. We will explain to you. As I said, if the level of the ozone increases, level of ozone, student, ozone molecule is represented like this O3, students. 3 atoms of oxygen are there. If the levels of oxygen increases in the lower part of the atmosphere, student, where we are living, lower part of at the ground level, we are saying ground level, where we are living. This is a serious toxic and can cause serious health problems, student, serious diseases. This is very toxic, student, at the ground level, not at the level where it absorbs ultraviolet radiation. That you have heard about. What do we experience, student? Have you seen that you experience in the Delhi, student? Lot of Irritation in eyes. Did you experience irritation in eyes? Tell me. While you are driving in smoke or something comes, do you see irritation in eyes? Do you experience irritation in eyes in cities? Yes or no?
Yes,
Tell me.
sir.
And a lot of times you are using eye drops, student. So your eyes will be affected, student. These smoke particles and dust particles, they are entering into your eye. Have you experienced severe cough, students? Cough. A
Yes,
lot of
sir.
people are having cough, students, and because of the bad quality of the air, because there is a lot of air contamination. Respiratory conditions like asthma. Have you seen a lot of students are nowadays suffering from breathing problems, asthma? Do you know any children who are suffering from asthma in the school? Are you aware of it?
Yes, sir.
A lot of children suffer from breathing problem, cold, cough, and they are all the time. Nausea and vomiting. Sometimes the effect is so high. Children are nausea and vomiting. Headache, student. Bronchitis is very, very chronic disease, student. A lot of aged people are suffering in the cities. Lot of people, lot of people. Then you are seeing extreme case of lung cancer, student. Lung cancer. Heart diseases, kidney failure, damage to liver, students. All these are the results of air pollution. You should know that students, more people are dying due to air pollution. More children are dying due to air pollution in the world than any other disease. If you ever go to the hospital, they have a report of that. People are not even aware of it that they are dying due to air pollution. Air pollution is a killer, students. What I am trying to say, students, air pollution is a killer, student. Silent killer. You won't even know, students, how many people are dying because of the air pollution. The number is very large. Even old people are there. They suffer heart attacks and many other diseases due to air pollution, students. How do you know the air is good or bad, students? How will I know there is a lot of air pollution or this? Nowadays, you see in the news, there is a weather forecast where they tell you what is the index ppm, parts per million, student, and they tell you in which part pollution is more. Recently, again in Delhi, there was very high level of pollution. You know about it. And in winter, it becomes very, very large. And when smoke comes from the stubble burning of the farmers in the city, student, again you see very thick and high smokes. You know, you have heard about air quality and lichens, student. Lichens. What are lichens, students? Can you tell me what are lichens? We are saying air. One of the cause of air pollution is sulfur dioxide gas in the atmosphere, SO2 gas. Okay? This is dissolved in water and it will then produce acid, student. So sulfur dioxide is a pollutant, student. Other gases are also present, and there are lichens are bio indicators, students. Bio indicators, students. ठीक है?
So they are highly sensitive to sulfur dioxide pollution in air from automobiles and other factories.
So they are called air pollution indicators. This is a very important question, student. Important question. What are air pollution indicators, student? Important question. So you can see that what you are saying, there are indicator species present in what we call as lichens. What is the situation? Lichens will absorb sulfur dioxide dissolved in water. ठीक है? If air is very badly polluted with sulfur dioxide, there may be no lichens present just green algae may be found. Just maybe green algae may be found, students. So they are bio living indicator, students. They are very sensitive to the presence of sulfur dioxide. If large amount of SO2 is present, what will happen to them? Here is a indicator species crusty lichens only. Sulfur dioxide quantity high. You can see appearance of the color. Can you see the change in color? Crustly and leafy, medium. Shrubby means low amount of sulfur dioxide. Different type of lichen have different sensitive to sulfur dioxide gas. Three main types are crustly, leafy, and shrubby lichens. If the air is clean, shrubby, hairy, and leafy lichens become abundant. So, students, air is clean. What is the result of that? You will get lichen, student. ठीक है, shrubby, hairy, and leafy. What? Shrubby, hairy, and leafy. They will become abundant. And if you have very high amount of sulfur dioxide, you will see how they are looking, student. Here crusty, you only see crusty lichens, only crusty lichens. And these are the different amounts of sulfur dioxide, three main types. So we can use lichens as indicators. ठीक है, there may no lichen present, just green algae. Green algae. You have seen वो काई काई सी जमी होती है पानियों के ऊपर, कई बार देखिए आपने, ग्रीन सी, green सी. Water is standing in some pond, you see green algae. Do you see that? So you may see only green algae, student, and maybe no lichens if the amount of sulfur dioxide becomes very large in the atmosphere. So this is a bio indicator, student. Very important question for the paper, student. Very important question, student. So lichens are organisms. Lichens are organisms, student. What are these? Organisms. ठीक है, found to be very sensitive to the level of sulfur dioxide in air, and it can be commonly found in growing on the barks of the trees. They can be seen growing on the barks of the trees, students. ठीक है, barks of the trees as a thin greenish white crust. Thin greenish white crust. ठीक है. So if you find lichen growing on trees in your locality, if the sulfur dioxide amount is very high, then what will happen, students? There may be no lichens present. This greenish white crust may not be there. As you can see what has happened here, students. What you are seeing, green algae may be formed, students. Green algae may be formed. So you can try to see that in your locality whether there are lichens on the tree near busy roads, trees. If there is a busy road, you have trees, and you have trees, students, in the gardens which are at a farther away distance. ठीक है, farther away distance from the road. Busy road, away from the road. Away from the road, student. So which case you will get, see the lichens? Away from the road on the trees or busy road trees? What we will find? If you compare the two, busy road trees and away from the road trees, which are fencing has been done and there is a tree, student, tell me on which case, student, you will find the lichens. Tell me, these are the two cases. Where the pollution is more, busy road or away from the road?
So busy road.
Busy road. So what will happen here then? What will happen? What will happen? Here the what will be the quality of the lichens bioindicators? We have shown you when high amount is there or medium amount is there or low amount is there, what happens to the indicator species which are present. These are the appearances of the lichens. You can see how they are looking. So they can be used as indicators, student. They can be used as indicators. Clear? The question was asked in the paper. ठीक है? They can be used as indicator, students. Now I'm coming to the types of the sources. What type of sources are there for the pollution of the air? Where the air pollution is coming from, students? Can you tell me? There are four types of sources, student. One, mobile sources, stationary sources, area sources, natural sources. The air pollution is coming from where? Mobile. Mobile means something which is moving, student. What is moving? The traffic is moving, the cars are moving, student. Cars are moving, buses are moving, planes, trucks, trains, they are all moving. They are mobile sources of pollution, student. They are mobile sources of pollution, student. Stationary sources. Have you seen power plants, student, and lot of smoke and ashes coming in certain areas? Have you seen it? Power plants, oil refineries, industrial facilities and factories. Factories don't move, student. They are located at one point. These oil refineries are also located at one point. Power plants, thermal plants, student, they are located at one point, but they throw a lot of smoke and also a lot of dust particles, smoke particles, students, in the atmosphere, carbon particles. So they are stationary sources of pollution, student. And agriculture areas, cities, wood burning, fireplaces. As we said, agriculture. What agriculture, student? Those agriculture waste, student, they are burning that. Stubble burning. Are you aware of stubble burning by the farmers? Last time in Delhi, student, even the Supreme Court said that they should stop burning the stubbles. You know about that problem, stubble burning? Do the farmers burn all that? Does the smoke come to the cities by the wind, student? You have seen that. So these are different areas. In certain areas where such activities are more, student, there will be more pollution. Natural sources also you have seen, student. In certain areas, a lot of winds blow. You have seen some areas where a lot of winds blow, student. Sand particles and all that. And wildfires, forest areas, student. Forests start burning. Nobody's burning them. There are natural fires. Forest fires, student, are very serious. Volcanoes. Have you heard about volcanoes? Did you heard about volcanoes? Tell me. Where are the volcanoes in our country? Or in which country you have heard about volcanoes, students? What the volcanoes give? वो लावा जो निकलता है उनमें कई गैसेज होती हैं, स्टूडेंट्स. फायर्स निकलती रहती हैं, गैसेज हैं. कौन सा अभी भी बर्न हो रहा है वोल्केनो? यू नो अबाउट दैट वोल्केनो विच इज स्टिल बर्निंग? विच पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इज दैट? क्या कौन सा है वो जो बर्न हो रहा है अभी भी? आर यू अवेयर ऑफ दैट वोल्केनो इज स्टिल ऑन फायर, स्टूडेंट्स? कौन से कंट्री में हुआ हो रहा है? विच पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इट इज बर्निंग, स्टूडेंट? तो आप you can see that here what is happening. There are two types of pollutants. One are called the primary pollutants, student. Directly they are coming, student. You can see Yes, smoke is coming from this stationary factory or industry. This smoke is coming from the natural source, volcano, natural source, student. Stationary phase, this is natural, this is stationary. Mobile, this car is moving, student. This is also stationary, student. House is natural. Volcano, this is a volcano, student. Volcano, volcano. There could be forest fires or volcano, student. What they are emitting these harmful primary products. Primary pollutants are gases, student. What gases are? CO, CO2, SO2, NO, NO2. ठीक है? Now, secondary pollutants are those which are created by the primary pollutants. When primary pollutants combine with certain things like water, student, what will happen? They become secondary pollutants, students. That means the primary pollutants will combine, student, in the air, in the atmosphere, with certain gases or with some liquids like water. And what they will produce? They will produce secondary pollutant. For example, SO2 student, it can combine with water and it can produce H2, SO4 student. NO2 can combine with water, student. It can produce HNO3. These are acid students. So oxygen can combine with this O to form O3, student, ozone. And there are a lot of nitrates and sulfates, students. They are formed by the combination of the primary products. This is coming from factories, industries directly. And also there are many hydrocarbons, student. Many hydrocarbons, students. Compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen. Methane is a hydrocarbon. Butane is a hydrocarbon. Petroleum is a mixture of hydrocarbons, students. They will go into the atmosphere. And there are some particles, students. Carbon or dust. Carbon or dust particles, student. They can combine to form secondary pollutants. So secondary pollutants are formed by the primary pollutants when they undergo a chemical reaction. Clear? One more important type of pollution which we are showing you, student. Have you heard about acid rain? Very, very dangerous, student. Acid rain. Have you heard about acidic rain? Tell me. Yes or no?
Yes.
How it is there? Lot of gases are there in the atmosphere, sulfur dioxide, NO2, CO2. They will react with the water, student. What will happen? They will produce acid, and water will become acidic, student. Acidic rain. So what happens, student? Sulfur dioxide is coming from the factory, student. It reacts with water present in the atmosphere, student, and it will become H2SO4. When the rain falls, student, when the rain falls, what will happen? The rainwater will react with sulfur dioxide. Rainwater will react with NO2, student, and it will form HNO3, student. This is a nitric acid, and this is sulfuric acid, student. And what will happen then? Lot of these gases are there in the atmosphere, student. They are the primary pollutants. We told you primary pollutants, students. They will react with water and form acid, student. And then the rain will be acidic rain. The rain will become acidic. The pH of the rain will become less, student. And you know, acidic rain is very harmful, very dangerous. Acidic rain, as you can see, how acidic are the atmosphere here. See, acid. Lot of acid is there in the rain, student. Acidic rain. And this acidic rain is very, very serious, student. It can destroy the building students, and it can destroy the plants, crops student. It can destroy the crops, plants student. The soil will become highly acidic, and then plantation will not be possible student. All this, it's a very very serious thing. Acidic rain is very serious student. So you can see the primary pollutants can give rise to secondary pollutants student. You have heard about that Taj Mahal was also, our Taj Mahal was corroding under corrosion of Taj Mahal. You have heard about it student, due to acidic rain,
Yes, sir.
because around that area there are a lot of factories and industries which emit sulfur dioxide gases. So due to acidic rain student, acidic rain. You have heard about another important serious problem in many cities and continues to harm human health: ground level ozone student. Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide are harmful for senior citizens, children, people with heart, lung conditions such as emphysema, bronchitis, asthma. You have heard about smog? Smog means it is coming from smoke and fog student. Fog and smoke. What I am saying? You know about fog student, in when the temperature drops, fog is formed and smoke is there. Smoke and fog form smoke. And this smog is very harmful student, very harmful. And also what we told you, ozone student, O3, ozone student at the ground level, at the ground level is harmful, at the ground level is harmful student, is a serious pollutant. The oxygen, you can see nitrogen oxide, and sunlight breaks this, sunlight breaks this, NO2 form and oxygen and O2 combines to form ozone. O2 plus O forms O3 student at the ground level. And you know this has very serious effects. Smog, which is made up of smoke and fog student, is very serious: burning of eyes, throat irritation, membranes, breathing problem, asthma attacks, chest pains, increased risk of respiratory diseases, pulmonary inflammation, increased risk of heart attacks, even death can be there student, even death can be there. So you see smoke is very very dangerous student. And here is an ozone pollution student. What we told you, that ozone is required at very high zone of the atmosphere where it absorbs ultraviolet radiation. But at the ground level student, ground level, pollution plus heat and sunlight produces ozone student. This is the layer student, ground level ozone, ground level, which is our troposphere. Stratosphere, it protective layer. So ozone present in the stratosphere is a protective layer. It protects from ultraviolet rays. It protects from ultraviolet rays student. You know about that. But at the ground level, at the ground level, it is a dangerous student. Ozone is dangerous. So ozone can be good or bad for health and environment depending upon where it is found. Stratospheric ozone is good. Stratospheric, this is stratospheric ozone. This is good student, because it absorbs UV radiation. It absorbs student harmful. It absorbs harmful UV radiation rays. It protects living being from ultraviolet radiation. But ground level ozone is bad. Ground level ozone is bad. So because it can trigger variety of health problems for children, elderly, and all ages who have lung diseases and asthma. Lung diseases and asthma student. Clear? So you can see that what type of pollutions are taking place student in the atmosphere and in the air. I hope this lecture was quite interesting and important. You have got complete idea what is air pollution, what are the sources of the air pollution student, and what are the consequences or effects of the air pollution, and what type of pollutants are there. Primary pollutants can combine to form secondary pollutants students, and what is acidic rain student, it can destroy the buildings as well as it can destroy your soils, it can destroy the plants, crop students. and the harmful gases could be there, student, and they will react with water to produce acidic rain. Then ozone is another problem, student. If it is present at the ground level, it is dangerous. But if it is present in the protective ozone layer, stratosphere, then it is protecting us from the ultraviolet radiation. Therefore, student, it is our responsibility, it is our duty that we all join hands together and maintain the appropriate atmosphere and do not contaminate and pollute the air or the atmosphere, because ultimately air pollution is a killer. Who will be killed? We will be killed. So if we will burn too much fossil fuels or put too much garbage burning, and then lot of carbon is there in the atmosphere, lot of poisonous gases are there, student. Therefore, this will cause serious health problems as we have shown you. Therefore, I hope we will help and spread the message that stop and prevent air pollution. Last year global warming was a big issue, and you know how much uh, all over the world it was explained, and a lot of people got educated that this is going to be very serious and dangerous. So for the glaciers will melt, and it will affect the health of the human beings as well as animals and plants. Therefore, do not do carbon emissions. That amount is increasing in the air, global warming. Therefore, okay, I thank you very much. And here I am ending up my lecture on air pollution. How was it? Tell me, how did you find this lecture?
Good, sir.
All right, so you will be able to share it with your friends and relatives, because this is an important topic, very important topic. Once it is uploaded, you will share and uh, share it with all your relatives and friends. Okay, so spread the message of prevention of air pollution. Air pollution is a killer. Okay, then I will see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
All right, students.